Hey, what is going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me. My name is Paul Spencer. You're tuning into the Golden Dome Podcast post-game show tonight. Very sorry I didn't do a pre-game show today. My niece was at cheerleading practice, and she fell and twisted her ankle, so we ended up staying in the ER, which I think that's somewhere I might have seen some Pittsburgh Panthers in there today after this beat down today. But let's talk about the game here. We'll be on for about 15 minutes here talking about the game. Hey, Notre Dame wins 58-7. I do a college show on Wednesday night. And I actually said I was a little bit scared of this game coming off the bye week here. Marcus Freeman's second bye week in his coaching career last year didn't pan out that well. Barely escaped the win last year. So this year going into the game, Pitt 2-5. They're not the greatest team, but a wounded dog is something that you really don't want to play around with in any kind of game, as we've seen today. A lot of teams going down to the wire here. Miami, Virginia, also, Oklahoma goes down today to Kansas. And I'm not talking basketball. I'm talking college football here. The Jayhawks took down the number 6 team, Oklahoma. So anything can happen any week. You never know. So let's get into this game here. Notre Dame wins for 58-7, convincing win. As I always preach, football is a three-sided game, three-phase game: offense, defense, special teams. First quarter, Hartman comes out, we get the ball, we go right downfield to the red zone. I'm thinking okay, this is what we're looking like coming off the bye week. We worked out everything that we had to do from USC, that great win out there before our bye week, coming to this week here, travel down to the red zone. Sam Hartman, he goes from 3 picks to no picks versus USC, looking great, like a Heisman candidate again, going down to the red zone, first drive. It's something about Sam Hartman. He makes some good decisions, bad decisions. First drive, it's an RPO look. He looks, he sheds the ball, he throws, and it's a pick from, Pitt Panthers. So I'm thinking okay, that bye week, what happened during this bye week here? Did we work it out? I mean, going from that USC game, looking at the three-phase game again, coming into the bye week, Estime was banged up. Are we just getting a little bit healthy, taking it easy here, overlooking Pitt Panthers here today? First drive, RPO, pick. But hey, it goes on. It happens. It's the first drive of the game. Not really concerned, but in a way, I actually was. I was thinking about it. I'm like, oh man, are we seeing glimpses of overlooking another team? Overlooking the Louisville type game here. As you see down below, we did lose to Louisville, and of course Ohio State. We can't stand that game there. But going to that Louisville game, is this something that you're on the road here in the Cardinal Stadium, and you're just overlooking a team? That's what I was thinking tonight. So, hey, the defense comes out on the field here after the Hartman pick, 3 and out. Defense is playing some ball once again this year. This defense, I seen a stat today that Al Golden has flipped this defense around so much. He has not given a pass over 35 yards, what they consider a deep ball. They have not given a deep pass anything over 35 yards this entire season. Incredible stat coming from last year. I think they were 90th in the nation. This year, number 1 in the nation for the deep ball. No deep balls for this entire season, which is remarkable through 9 games already. Nothing over 35 yards. Incredible stat by Al Golden's defense. But the defense stops. Of course, we get the ball back. It's a punt return. The ball's deep. It's down to the 14-yard line. And who gets the ball? The man, the speed, the burner, Chris Tyree. Chris Tyree grabs the ball, breaks 6 individual tackles, takes this ball 86 yards to the house. We know what Chris Tyree is. He's speed. I mean, he's a running back transferred over to a wide receiver. He has the moves. He has the speeds. He has the juking ability, the finesse, and he has the power. Little guy like that has the power and speed. Great combination, especially the kick returner. I've been saying this all season. We have to have a 3-phase game here where we see Chris Tyree finally break one. This one, I got to give him a 9 out of 10 individual stat on this one. Broke 6 individual tackles, took it to the house, 86-yard touchdown, Chris Tyree. Wow. Insane. Now, we punt the ball off, of course. Oh, man. We punt the ball off to them. They drive down. They get, I think it was 2 first downs that drive. They look a little bit different there. Defense stopped them once again. We get the ball back. We take it down to the red zone once again. Sam Hartman's second trip to the red zone. 2 for 2 so far in the red zone here. First one came up as a pick. Second one, I'm thinking, okay, it's time. Here we go. Mitchell Evans, maybe an Audric Estime blast up the middle or off tackle behind Joe All or Howard Cross on the outside over there. Let's just run the ball here. Let's just do it. Here we go. Run the ball. Sam Hartman drops back. What is it? Again, it's the second pick of the game for Hartman. At this point, my mind is racing. Oh my God, we're 0 for 2 in the red zone, 2 for 2 interceptions here from Hartman. Great game last week. This game, wow, what the hell's going on here? You think about it, you're like, what is this? The special teams is keeping this game. Defense is playing. Are we ever going to get a three-sided game here, a three-phase game from Notre Dame again? Offense, defense, special teams. We already got the special teams for Chris Tyree for the touchdown. We already got the defense, 3 and outs on both stops here. Sam Hartman throws the second pick. My mind is racing. My mind is racing here. Well, you know what? The defense comes on a little bit of gas. They come in the game, 3 and out again, 3 and out again. But on that third down, what did we see? There's a guy by the name of Xavier Watts. Now, this guy, if you guys don't really know, this guy is a wide receiver. It's something about Notre Dame that transforms running backs to wide receivers. Wide receiver to secondary this time. Xavier Watts, if you guys don't know, I'm going to spoil it for you. He had 2 picks today. He's leading the nation, 6 picks in the nation, leading the entire nation with 6 picks so far through 9 games. Incredible stat. But Xavier picks the ball off. We drive right down the field. We get to the red zone. I'm thinking, oh, there's no way Sam Hartman can go 3 for 3 in the red zone, 3 picks. Not this time. You know, Gerard Parker calls a great call here, gives the ball to Estime. You can't throw a pick, give him the ball to Estime. Estime drives in. Touchdown Estime, of course. Now, we are up 14-0 here. So I'm thinking, okay, we got the game here. Defense is playing well. Next thing you know, Pitt comes down the field. They get a first down. Next set of series, what happens? That name I just mentioned again, Xavier Watts. Again, his second pick, 6th pick of the year, leading the entire nation on defensive picks this year. Insane. Then this is a guy coming from a wide receiver position, moving over to a safety position. Now, this one here wasn't really a pick that was uniform to his name. This was I want to call a coverage pick, okay? They were dropped down in the zone. Xavier didn't even have to move. The ball was a bad thrown ball. This is a topic of being there at the right time, at the right place. Hey, I don't care. A pick is a pick. When I look in that stat category, I see pick. Xavier Watts, second pick, 6th picked overall for the year. Right place, right time, I don't give a damn. Fundamental zone coverage. You know, to me, it's more fundamental to me because you're staying your position. You're playing a zone gap. You're playing 2 safeties or a press safety coverage. You're staying where you belong. You did your job, assignment football. It panned out this way. Al Golden puts players in positions to excel. As I said earlier, Al Golden's defense is number 1 in the nation for not giving up the long ball. There's nothing that gets behind you at all. 9 games in, no pass over 35 yards for the entire season. Tells you something about, you know, we haven't really played a deep threat team. USC is a deep threat team. Ohio State's a deep threat team. Arguably, they have the top 2 wide receivers in the class, Harrison and Iugba. Of course, and Caleb Williams can throw the ball anywhere too. But, hey, no pass over 35 yards this year. That goes credit to the Al Golden defense, number 1 in the nation, okay? So, as I said, Xavier Watts, 6 picks this year. Leads the nation there. Okay, let's go to the last drive here in the first half here, guys. We have 13 live years. I really want your opinion about this. I coach football, and I was about to throw my remote at my projector, you know. Al Golden gets the ball, and I don't understand why he calls timeout to drain the clock down to 23 seconds left to give us a field goal. I understand, you know, you're not first and goal. You're at the 20-yard line here, okay? You're in field goal range for Spencer Thrader. We know he can drop one from 50 yards. We know that. He drains the clock. He stands next to the ref, drains the clock down to 20 seconds. Okay, you know what? This tells me, okay, you know what? You're taking 1 shot to the end zone. 1 shot to the end zone, no problem. It doesn't work out. You still got the timeout. The clock's already stopped for the incomplete pass. Let's go for the field goal here. Drains the clock to 20 seconds. I understand that. I'm okay with that for a second. But you have Hartman at the controls, a quarterback who, yes, he has 2 picks. Let's just give him the ball. That's what we went out and got this kid for, the lottery pick of last year's transfer portal. So we go out, we throw a beautiful, beautiful setup play by Gerard Parker. A 12 scenario, double tight ends, 1 on each side. Holden States is on the left. Mitchell Evans is on the right. Holden States runs a 5-yard up drag route right across the middle. Mitchell Evans comes across, runs a 4-yard left drag route, picks the corner, okay? And it was not a great acting job. It was something that I can't stand because he barely tapped them, but it did clearly show that Mitchell Evans did tap the corner coming across the drag route there, getting Holden State's wide open in the end zone. It was a touchdown, but it was called back for the illegals pick, which they call illegal shift there, basically. So that was a touchdown taken away. Well, you're left with that. That play only took 9 seconds. It was. I'm sorry, 9 seconds. So it left us with about 12. I think it was like 8 seconds left on the clock here. 8 seconds. No, I'm sorry, 13 seconds on the clock. That's what it was. So next play, it's a free play. We drop back. Clock is stopped automatically. We take a shot, okay, to the end zone. It is a clear pass interference. The ball is placed at the 1 yard line, okay. The clock stop. It's basically a free play. We call timeout there. What are you going to do? You're either going to go for it from the 1 yard line or you're going to kick a field goal. My thing is that 14-0 game, defense is playing well. Go ahead and take the points. 17 points, you're going to win this game. So he goes for the field goal. He takes the points there. It's 17-0, okay? But my thing was, why would you drain the clock all the way down to 20 seconds knowing that you really looked at it in scenario? You scripted 2 plays for the scenario. 1, take a shot to the end zone. If it's not there, okay, you might have a chance to run one more play to the end zone, but you burned almost 16, 17 seconds by standing on the sideline with the referee, waiting for the clock to go down to 2 seconds to call timeout. It was 1st and goal with the defensive PI at the 1 yard line. That's 2 plays. You still had 1 timeout in your back pocket here. Run the ball, throw the ball, give it to Estime. Odds are 85% of the time, after we see what happened tonight in the game here, Estime is going to get you that 1 yard. No problem. Go behind just go behind the offensive line here. Get the TD. Hell, go back to the bush push. Let's just do something like that. Throw someone in the backfield. Estime doesn't need that power back to help him get a push, but I just don't want to see Hartman run it, of course. But we went for the field goal, but that did concern me. That was kind of a little mistake where you got to know time management. You got to know time management. I'm listening to the announcers. They're saying that you drained too much time on that clock, which I agree with that. You drained almost 20 seconds off the clock, waiting for the clock to go down, then calling timeout. If you would have had at least, that 13 seconds back on the clock, that's 2 plays from the 1 yard line after the defensive PI there. It's a difference of 3 to 7 points. Of course, I get that. But with that timeout in your back pocket there, you still would have had 2 timeouts going down to 10 seconds left in the first half here at the 1 yard line. You have Estime. You have some ball catchers, Holden. You have Mitchell Evans, Jaden Greathouse. These wide receivers are looking great out there today. So that's what I want to see. I want to see him be a little bit more aggressive. To me, that was the bad judgment on the time clock there. That's just my opinion. Hey, we got 3 points out of it. That's fine. We didn't need all the points there anyway. 58-7. But going to halftime, that's when I actually walked my dog. Got a couple of drinks inside me. Water, actually. I didn't drink anything. Water. Stay hydrated. Because when Notre Dame's on, you're jumping around, getting hyped up. But hey, third quarter comes around, man. This team turned it around this third quarter. Defense comes out, 3-and-out stopper right away. Defense is solid. They even mentioned, JT Baran, his academic career, how he has a 3.6 grade-point average. But, man, I tell you, it's very high to see this kid on the field where the way he plays linebacker, he's running the ball. To me, the first episode I did this show, I talked about a guy named Michael Stonebreaker. To me, that's who he looks like. He finds the ball. He finds the hole. He finds the gap. Wherever the ball's at, if the cameraman can't find the ball in the play, just look for number 27. JT Baran is there every play of the game. He's just insane. He made 1 hit on the sideline, keeping a first down away from Pitt. Insane stats of this guy. He just flies off the ball. He's one of those guys where if you want to put a highlight tape for your kid to watch, this is what you do. Not the biggest size, not the fastest guy, but instinct, fundamental ball. JT Baran is the guy, I'm telling you. Okay, let's talk about Hartman. Comes out on offense here, rolls out a beautiful 65-yard pass to Rico Flores. Rico is a gazelle. This kid can fly. He did get dragged down a little bit, but, hey, 65 yards almost to the house there. I was screaming going to the house. Of course, we won't go into all the stats here. They give the ball to Jaden Price. Jaden Price pops it in here, and that was a 8-yard gain there for Jaden Price, which shows me that this running back committee for the Notre Dame Irish, Estime, Price, Love, even Tyree got a carry on a drag route 1. Jabrian Payne got in the game, of course. The only person that took the stats down for Notre Dame today in the rushing was Sam Hartman, one carry for -6. So, but Jaden Price punches it in. So the defense comes back out there, and it's 2nd and 11 for the Pittsburgh Panthers there. And what happens? Well, there's a guy by the name of Jaden Jaden Mickey. We haven't talked about this guy a lot this season at all. We've talked about Xavier Watts. We've talked about Benjamin Morrison for this defense. The secondary is playing some ball. Jaden Mickey, pick 6 to the house. Beautiful pick. Read the route, came right across it, picked it all the way to the house. Notre Dame's up 31-0 here. 31-0. We're thinking like, okay, this is going to be great game. We're cruising here. Don't let off, continue, because next week we do have Clemson here in ACC battle, which we're not in the ACC. But let's go out and get a Clemson battle, because Clemson's playing for their life right now just to get in the bowl game. So that is going to be their Super Bowl, of course. So we punt the ball on a punt return here. Great punt here. And actually, we got a 3 now. Very sorry about that. Punt return here. It was a muff punt by the Pittsburgh Panthers at I think it was the 6-7 yard line. It was, or actually even inside maybe the 5. I don't recall where it was, but it was a muff punt. Ramon Henderson from the special teams unit, instinctively wise, jumps on that ball, falls on the ball after a big scuffle in the end zone. We come up with the ball, 37-0. Should have been 38. The only downfall of the game today was Spencer Schrader. I love that last name because that's actually my last name. Spencer Schrader actually missed the extra point today. The only blemish on this Notre Dame team. Only blemish today, besides Hartman's 2 picks. But he rebounded for that, so I'll give him a slide. But he misses the extra point. We go up 37-0 there. The next drive, of course, defense stops him again. Defense is playing spectacular in the entire game here. For first jump to the last snap, defense played great today, balling out the entire game. The only scare that I've seen today was Mitchell Evans. I did not see an injury report on him yet. On that first down carry where he was running out near the sidelines, and he actually tried a little jump move, diving over. The guy cleaned his knee a little bit. He was on the ground for maybe about 15 seconds. He did hobble up, jumped up. I did see him on the sideline. He was moving around, so he did not come back in the game. But that was a big scare that we had with the Mitchell Evans knee injury there. Once we get a report, I'll keep it on Twitter. So make sure you check out Out of the Box Sports Entertainment Twitter at OTB Box Sports. We'll keep you updated as soon as we hear something from the Mitchell Evans report also. On that drive there, we did keep the first down going from that Mitchell Evans catch there, giving us the first down. Audric Estime punches it into the end zone. Of course, he gets in there. Well, that's a second TD. We're up 44-0. This is a cruising here. Notre Dame is just cruising, doing what they want. And to me, this is a point where you work on fundamental football. You get some backups in there. So I put on Twitter that I wanted to see one guy come in. And if you guys know me, I always joke around. I love peanut butter and jelly. So to me, it was time. No other time to bring in Mr. Steve Angeli. So to me, it was peanut butter and Janelli time. So he comes in, his first pass, a 40-yard pass, beautiful pass, right down the sidelines. It's peanut butter and Janelli time. So he comes in, looks great. His stats today were actually 6 for 7, 92 yards, 1 TD, which we'll get into a little bit. And Janelli throws the ball 40 yards, gets his first completion there on that drive there, drives it down. Estime takes over. Estime pops it in for a 13-yard carry right in the end zone. It's 51-0 Notre Dame right now, 51-0. Notre Dame's just cruising right now. They got most of the backups in. Xavier Watts is out of the game. The defensive line's pretty much out of the game right now. The backup comes in. Even the Pitt Panthers, they put in their backup today as well. They had Nate Yarnell pop in. He went 2 for 375. This is where he got that one stat that he's always looking for in front of his mom and dad or whatever. He got the touchdown. It was a touchdown. It was a charity TD that Notre Dame gave up. 57-7 at this point. 57-7. I'm sorry. Excuse me. 51-7 at this point. But Notre Dame, I like to see that Notre Dame comes out. Gerard Parker still does call the right plays. He has Stephen Angelelli still in the game here. He throws a beautiful ball for 37 yards to Cooper Flanagan. I love seeing the younger receivers get into the game. I love seeing Rico Flores today. I love seeing Cooper Flanagan in there. I love seeing these players that actually get in the game and actually, make some adjustments to what they see out there. They don't get a lot of playing time on the second unit. Most of them are on the scout team, getting a lot of playing time today. So that was really good to me. The one guy that I really like to see get maybe a little more time going forward, he's actually a soccer player. I'm sorry. Is it? I think it's lacrosse actually. Look, that's where you use a stick. I think. Yeah, lacrosse. Jordan Faison. This guy to me reminds me of an Edelman type guy. He was on the scout team. They actually had him play quarterback about I think it was 4 to 5 weeks ago when they on the scout team where he was just playing quarterback because he had so much speed. This guy to me at wide receiver is really great. I mean, you look at the wide receiver unit tonight, 24 catches for 380 yards, average 15 touchdowns by Cooper Flanagan. And it's crazy. That was the only touchdown in the air tonight by Hartman. One touchdown by Hartman tonight for 224 for 380. The leading receiver was Rico Flores, 2 for 72. And you had Mitchell Evans, 5 for 66. Chris Tyree had 3 great catches for 62. Merriweather, 2 for 50. Jeremiah Love, 2 for 26. Jaden Thomas, 2 for 23. Cooper caught the 1 ball for himself. Audric Esme out of the backfield, 2 catches, 16. Faison only had 1 catch for 14. Holden State's 2 for 14. Braylon James had 1 for 12, and Brian Clean had 1 for 6. So 24 receiving catches there for 380. Beautiful game by Hartman, excluding the 2 picks. The running game tonight was led by, of course, the baby bus out there, Audric Estimate, 19 carries. He's back on his 100-yard convincing run there. I think it's his fourth or fifth 100-yard game this year, of course. So 19 for 114. The biggest thing is 3 TDs. I was kind of surprised that on the 3rd touchdown in basically mop-up time, the second to last touchdown, when it was 44-0 there, that he actually came back in the game. I was surprised when I seen him run on the field. He was just calling the guy off like, all right, I want my 3rd touchdown. Because that was I don't know if Marcus Freeman knew that. He's never had 3 TDs in a game. This was his career high for touchdowns. So I think that was just say, you know what, you got us here. Go out, big boy, and get that 3rd touchdown. Get that ball, take it to your room, show your kids one day. One of those types of moments. But he had a beautiful game. 19 carries, 114 yards, 3 TDs, average 6.0 yards. Great game. Jadarian Price came in the game, had a touchdown as well in the first half there. 6 carries, 35 yards, 1 TD, long of 23 yards. That was that little scamper. Other than that, 33 carries, 155. Of course, Audric Estimate carried the load there, of course. But Sam Hartman didn't have a great game. He managed the game. 2 picks, 2 crucial picks. First drive and second drive of the game here. Kind of showed me that, he bounced back. Still doing some things. There was one point where he had the -6 yards was a covered sack, where that was totally on him. I replayed that playback. He had 6 seconds to throw the ball. That's a covered sack. No offensive line can hold you for 6 seconds. You're not Lamar Jackson in the NFL. You're not going to scamper out that long. The pocket collapsed. You moved to the left. You got sacked. That was the only blemish other than the 2 picks that he had. 18 for 25, 288, no TDs, 2 picks. So, and even Anginelli came in the game in mop-up time, 6 for 7, 92. Greatest thing is he came in. We're finally seeing maybe the future of what we see here. Pine's gone, Buckner's gone. See you later. Have fun. Buckner's not even starting in Alabama. We don't know what the hell's going on down there. Even though they're number 11 in the nation. Should move up, though. Should move up this week. And so should Notre Dame, of course. But you think about it, Anginelli could be the future here. Hartman is in his 19th year in college here, so he's not going to have another year, of course. So are we seeing Anginelli here? 6 for 7. I know it's mop-up time, but, hey, he's playing good. So, guys, next week we will be back at 11 o'clock. I do apologize that I wasn't on today. My niece that we have custody of, she cheerleads up here, and she was doing something. And she actually twisted her ankle. Right after that, she went to a basketball game, twisted her ankle. So it happened. So we were in the ER today. So I couldn't do the pregame today. But I'm here doing the postgame with you guys. It's a great win. Notre Dame 58, Pittsburgh 7. Notre Dame and Fighting Irish, your Fighting Irish, are 7-2 right now. Next week, we go to Death Valley and we play the Clemson Tigers. Clemson is not what it is. You keep them in the pocket here, and you keep Will Shipley out of the game. Their defense is pretty good, but this Notre Dame offense, if we can do this play here, the only thing that concerns me, once again, it's an ACC game here. ACC and, Sam Hartman, if you do your homework, there is ways to beat him, put him in different positions here. But, hey, a win is a win. We're 7-2. We're bowl eligible right now. We went out. We'll be 10-2. You got to look at these things here. Louisville won today very convincingly, correct? Okay, Ohio State should move up. To my eyes, Ohio State clearly is right now is the number 1 team in the nation due to who they played, their strength of schedule. They've beaten Penn State, which didn't look great as well today either. But Michigan hasn't played anybody. Georgia's winning. They're winning convincingly, but they're number 1 in the nation. Of course, they're a reason why they're good, defending champs. But Oklahoma loses today. Okay, Louisville beat us, okay? And they beat Duke today. Duke's in the top 25 as well. We beat Duke, so there's that strength of schedule there. Look, keep winning, keep who's in front of you. Just keep beating there. Beat Clemson, beat Wake Forest. That's going to be a huge game at home. We'll talk about that in 2 weeks. Sam Hartman playing his old team that he left there. And, of course, Stanford, we don't know what they are. They're the Pac-12 out there. Who knows what they are? We don't even know. But beat who's in front of you. Let's end up going 7-2. But today, let's be proud. We are not a 7-2. So, guys, before we get out of here, I do want to say some sponsors really quick for us. If you need a lawyer, please call 1-800-HURT-123. Attorney Jason Fine, Big Al. motor vehicle accident, slip and fall, workman's comp, personal injury claims. 3 convenient locations throughout Pennsylvania and New Jersey. First in Cherry Hill at 3 Greensboro Lane. Also in Philadelphia, 1628 JFK, and Pittsburgh, 500 Grant Street, Suite 2900. Once again, 1-800-HURT-123. No recovery, no fee. And if we take your case, I guarantee you it's going to be the out-of-the-box special rate. If your case is taken, 33%. And once again, no recovery, no fee. Last but not least, our greatest sponsor here, the evolution of flavor-infused coffee. MonkeyColdCoffee.com. Bourbon chocolate chip, toasted coconut rum, and Samaritan blend. They just came out with a new blend 3 weeks ago, organic blend, Peru, La Florida. They have the greatest swag out there: coffee mugs, T-shirts, K-cups, cold beer diffusers, travel mugs, whatever you need, they got it for you. And I tell you what, I actually use it. It's a great product as well out there. So make sure you use promo code OTBS Sports at monkeycoldcoffee.com for your 10% off your entire order. So, guys, we just want to say thank you very much for joining us. This is our lineup. Our lineup changes every week here, of course. So make sure you check out everything that we do here. Please make sure you subscribe. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Out of the Box, OT Box Sports for all your entertainment needs. We're always doing something here out of the box. We do have 2 more shows coming up tonight. Myself will be back on doing a Sixers post-game show, probably about 15 minutes after the game here. Hopefully the Sixers are on right now. I'm about to run downstairs and click that on and watch that game. So I'm going to be doing that. And, of course, at 11 o'clock tonight, if you're a wrestling fan, please check out the Atomic Drop with Ken Fry and Davey Arnell. They'll be giving you all their WWE recaps for the entire week. So, guys, once again, my name is Paul Spencer. Thank you for tuning into the Golden Dome podcast here. And I will see you next Saturday as our Notre Dame Fighting Irish at 7-2 play those Clemson Tigers in Death Valley. So, guys, for myself, Paul Spencer, hey, I appreciate you guys checking in. Have a great night, and I'll see you guys next week.